Howdy y'all. Hey, I've been looking for a way to haul my kayaks without having to use my little cargo carrier. If we wanted to fold the bunks down, then I got to move the kayaks out of the way, and if I was at a Walmart parking lot on a long trip or something, I'd just have to stick them out in the parking lot or something, and I didn't really like that option. So, and if we're camping and we don't want to haul the trailer and we just want to take the kayaks to the other end of the lake or something, I wanted a way to be able to haul them. So I looked around to find kind of a car top carrier thing, and I came upon this one. Found it, I think I want to say, on Amazon. And it's from Best Top, and the name of this particular rack is, I believe it's called the High Rock Overhead, High Rock 4x4 Overhead Rack. So anyway, check that out if you're interested in something like this. And anyway, I'll show you how I kind of installed it. It's not too hard to do, and I think it was about $250, which was cheaper than a lot of the racks that you'll find. It can hold a weight of I think 150 pounds. My kayaks are only 40 each, so I'm up to 80 pounds. That's, I'm not even really stressing it out. But it will fit on a Jeep that's a 97 and newer. This is a 2010, so everything worked out. It's fairly easy to install. Let me show you how I did it. Now, in preparation for attaching the rails here by the rear quarter windows, I'm going to need to install this little clamp, and it's kind of a little J-hook, and it'll catch a lip just inside the tub, so you have to kind of push down your carpeted upholstery a little bit and then just flip it under that lip. Now, when you come to put the rail onto the clamp, you'll notice there's just a little bit of a protruding piece here, and that is going to slide up under where you're normally used to tucking the bottom of the window up. We'll go ahead and get this little 1/4 inch hex head screw put in here. A socket 7/16, and just kind of snug that down good. Detail look at what slides onto the rail that we just installed in the back quarter windows. It kind of comes in two pieces. There's a little J-hook that comes around here, and this slides out over, it's kind of a bracket that slides out around the outside of the rail. And then this little tongue piece here, which is these lower two bolts, it goes on, and this is what slides up inside the groove of the rail right here, this little tongue. And then this little lever here will just kind of pinch down, and the outside bracket will pinch up tight against the rail, and so it holds it all kind of securely in place. Now, at the very top of the rib, it meets at 12 o'clock. There's a little sleeve that goes up inside this rib, and it's got little holes to pin through it with these 4 bolts. So it's pretty much easy to get that in and get it all lined up. But that's what marries the two sides of the rib together at the 12 o'clock position. Okay, now that we've got our rail installed with the front and the back, I'm going to go ahead and put the window back on. I'm going to come over 3/4 inch on each side and make a little mark. That's where I'm just going to take my tin snips and line up with that mark, and then snip this plastic back out of the way. I won't cut the fabric, but I'll try and get up under that hem just a little bit. See right there. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but 3/4 inch is enough to get in there. And now I'm going to go ahead and just go down the length and rip that little piece of plastic off of there without cutting into the fabric. And that gives you enough room to clear this little bar and still go up under and flip your that little plastic up underneath that groove. But the rail is secured on, and the window is able to go and pretty much tuck up under everywhere else right there. Okay, now I'm going to take my rib that I put together, and it might work better if you have 2 people to do this, but I'm going to just take it and then just slowly set it over the top right here by the doors until I get it in position on this side. And then I'm going to try and get that tongue to go up in the groove, and the little clamp on the outside, that's slid on, and I'm not going to put it all the way on, but just about, I don't know, 3/4 or an inch. And then I'll come around here on this side, and probably works better if we have the doors open. Then I'll lift this up and try to get that little tongue to go right up in the groove. And then the little clamp on the outside, and then just kind of tap it on till you get it flush up here at the front. Use this little handle to just kind of tighten it down. Now I want to share one last detail with you, and that is they give some little set screws, 4 set screws that one will go at each end of the rail that will block this little tongue and groove from sliding back out. It's a mechanical stop in case this handle gets loose or something, and then the vibration causes this to want to drift to the rear. The only problem is they did not put any threads in this piece of the rail. The good news is this rail is aluminum and this screw is steel, so if you are determined enough and want to stick with it, you can just kind of work it until you kind of cut your own threads in it. Just kind of go a little forward till you see some shavings come off, and then back up just a little bit forward, kind of 1 step forward and 2 steps back kind of thing. But if you are determined enough, you can get those to go in there. All right, well, that concludes the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, all that stuff. And anyway, if you need to haul some kayaks or surfboard or whatever, you might give this high rock rack a second look. I think it's going to work all right for me. We'll see y'all later.